overall, I know from the national side of things, I think this hire was looked at in a couple of different scopes. And I think most people thought it was a good hire and a good fit for South Carolina. But again, after you saw what Shane did in the preseason, 12 commitments in the month of June, and Brad, what was most impressive to me was the way that, because when he got to South Carolina, it was complete turmoil. I mean, the dumpster fire that Will Muschamp had left the program as, just completely leaving it in ruins, basically. Players going at coaches, going at fans, going at players. We saw the transfer portal. We saw opt-outs. I mean, everything. The job Shane Beamer was able to do in the preseason. What do you make of that? Again, I know it's the honeymoon phase necessarily, but I feel like if you're a Gamecock fan, when you were envisioning Shane Beamer's first preseason in Columbia, you simply couldn't have drawn it up better than the way it went.
No, I think you're exactly right. I mean, how do you sell a college football program in the SEC coming off a 2-win season as not only a first-year head coach, a first-time head coach? I mean, you got to give Shane credit. He didn't have a staff from Oklahoma that he brought over. Most first-year coaches, have an entire staff they bring over from another program. Shane didn't have that luxury. Kind of picked and prodded around the college football landscape and kind of got guys he wanted. But yeah, I mean, having those many verbal commits in June certainly tripled the number a lot of us national analysts expected. And going back to your first question, I think a lot of national analysts, Chris, thought it was sort of a head-scratching hire. But, people like you and I, close to the program, who have seen this program the last couple of decades, know that it takes a special kind of person to lead South Carolina football. Obviously, I think Shane Beamer is that guy. I sort of said when he was hired that the Gamecocks landed a super fan. I mean, he knows – he's been around for the Gamecock wonder years, so to speak, those multiple 11-win seasons, top 10 finishes. So Shane talked about in Hoover, Alabama this summer that, he's looking forward to getting back there because the Gamecocks have proved they can get to that level. So I think it was not South Carolina's first choice maybe, but the Gamecocks, could have done a lot worse than hire Shane Beamer.